In the last episode, we started touring you through our home, and I introduced you to my favorite room, the Octagon Room. The Octagon Room. You have to say it like that. The Octagon. The Octagon.
Dun, dun, dun.
But we actually didn't show you the full house because behind me is what could be a whole other house. So I think it's time to introduce you to the second half of our house.
The West Wing.
Come on in. To the gymnasium, the dance studio, the pickleball court, the yoga studio. I don't know what move that was. The Matt's office, living room, Griffin's playroom, extra fridge, furnace room, toilet, Taz's catchery room, the everything room. My first impression was that it's just a really big, awkward space. Like, what do you do with it? And why did they choose to build this big room in the first place? Did you know what it was? Did we know what it was?
No.
Had they told us?
Not yet.
No, we discovered
when we were here.
What it was when we were here.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't tell and they didn't put it in the listing.
No.
Do you want to know what it is? It's an indoor pool.
Cheers.
It's under there. It's not full. I mean, we can't use it. And technically we don't have an indoor pool. But people years ago that owned this house had an indoor pool. And it must have been pretty sweet because this room's huge.
Yeah.
And it's intact. Like, there are tiles and everything down there. And when you start looking around, you can kind of tell that it was an indoor pool. The big beams, the poles, the weird fluorescent lighting. Like, it's really, really bright in here when those lights are on. It reminds me of a school gymnasium. But yeah, this indoor pool is going to be an interesting challenge because what do you do with an indoor pool that's been covered over?
Secret room.
A secret room.
Fill it up and make it a secret grotto.
You mean fill it up with water?
Yeah.
We already have moisture problems.
Yeah.
I thought we could have some kind of like an kitchen island that led down to the secret room, but it's also kind of eerie down there, and I don't know if I would really want to spend much time in this indoor pool. Imagine floating down there.
In the dark.
Oh. Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah.
So yes, in this room for now, we have our TV, like family room area. We have a little area for Tazzy. We have Griffin's play area, which is great. There's so much space in here. We have an extra fridge. We have Matt's office. We have some random furniture that we're just keeping for now until we can sell it. We have a storage room, a bathroom, a furnace room that we found out doesn't actually service the whole house. It's only for this area. We didn't know that when we moved in either. There's just a lot going on in this space. And from a design perspective, that's actually more challenging. Sometimes when you already have dedicated spaces, it's easy to modify them. When you just have this big blank canvas, it's actually complicated to figure out what you do with it. As I mentioned in our previous episode, I love the big windows. The view is second to none, but it's just interesting. We're very close to the water, but you would hope that they would have done their due diligence before they built the house where it is.
Yeah, it was 50 years ago. They knew what they were doing back then. It wasn't like the cavemen were
not
building
like
this house.
300 years ago.
Yeah.
And someone did mention that because it is an indoor pool, maybe they didn't do the foundation the way they should have if it was for a house. But in my mind too, the exterior walls, because it was an indoor pool, they still should have been built the way a house was built because the whole structure is still an interior structure.
You would hope, yeah.
You would hope.
We have noticed that it's a different build type and a different roof, totally. So
we don't know when it was built. Like
Yeah.
if they decided they built the octagon and the far end of the house and then decided, you
Right
know
on
what
the
this
water.
oceanfront house is missing?
yeah, more water.
And whether they built it at the same time as the house, because the layout of the house, you think about, okay, so we've got the bedrooms, we've got the octagon that has the kitchen, then you've got this massive structure housing the indoor pool.
Yeah, really, we've said it before, the octagon and the bedrooms and laundry room and kitchen are all over there. That could be a house.
Yes.
And then there's this whole other part here.
And believe it or not, at the end of the pool room is even more living space. There is a full suite at this end of the house. We have it set up as a 2-bedroom suite right now because your parents just visited with your sister and we needed lots of space for people to sleep, because this is going to be a great place to host family and friends. And we want our future dream home to have as much hosting capabilities as possible. So when people visit, they can have their own space. So I think the idea right now is to keep this suite. It's nice that it's at the other end of the house from our bedrooms and from the main kitchen and living space, so you feel completely private when you're in here. You have your own kitchen, which right now has a very interesting setup. I've actually never seen one of these before, with your sink and your stovetop incorporated into one.
Fridge and freezer.
And then your fridge and, oh, that's the power. Cool. And your fridge and freezer down below. Very cool. But we will rework this whole area. You've got lots of storage space. We've got a full bathroom in here with a shower, a nice big vanity. This is actually set up really well. When I'm thinking about how we would rework this, depending on if we have to gut this whole thing, which is a very strong possibility, I want to keep it somewhat similar because all of the things are already here.
Yeah, plumbing, electrical.
Exactly. And then last but not least, another bedroom in here. The front bedroom was used as just a living room space as well. Lots of storage, lots of closet space. And then there's no entrance into this space through the front of the house. So the only way to get into this area is to walk all the way through our backyard to the sliding doors, which also doesn't make much sense. So we're gonna have to look into some kind of door situation at the front of the house as well. But this is great. There's a lot to work with here. And I also think that we would eventually wall this whole unit off so that you don't access it through the main living space in our house.
Right, it could be a private apartment.
Lots of wood paneling everywhere.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, when you take it apart, is actually a lot less messy than dusty drywall, unless there's drywall behind this,
you
and
never
then
know.
double the fun. There's actually one section down here that has the baseboard taken off, and you can see where the bottom plate of the wall comes down, and it's above where the floor meets. And you can see the foundation. So it makes me think again that when they were converting this from a pool to an actual living space, things weren't exactly done the best.
Yeah.
So this one's gonna be
Fun.
fun. Great for YouTube. Last episode, we were talking about weird angles as well. And it seems like the octagon continues into this room with load-bearing posts on the corners. And then you've got weird angles into the back of the room. So there's just a lot going on.
And even over here, if we blow out this wall, there's going to be this really random angle in here on both sides.
I don't think you'll notice that as much as you would. There's one post here. I wonder where the load transfers to. That's why involving a designer than an engineer to look at structure and load-bearing points and what you can and can't do with spaces, especially this is a post and beam construction, and I've never really worked with a post and beam constructed house before, so I don't really know what we can and can't do. It's always good to get second, third, fourth opinions. Another thing that we discovered when we were walking through the house, we were with our agent and she mentioned something about the indoor pool, but we looked around and thought to ourselves, like,
Yeah,
if there's a pool, where's the access?
You can use it for storage, there's access, but we couldn't figure out where.
We couldn't figure out where, so we did some rummaging around and realized that this closet, and of course you have to come in here and then close the door to get behind it. Come on in. This closet is actually a hatch to the indoor pool. Should we go down there?
Let's go swimming. We got one already.
Really?
Right away.
Oh my God.
2, 3.
So do we really want to go down there?
We should bring a flamethrower.
That's another thing about this house. I've never lived somewhere that has so many spiders around. It's just become a daily thing to pick up the vacuum and vacuum up cobwebs and spiders. And there are some big spiders, gigantic spiders. Some of the biggest spiders I've ever seen. I think they're called wolf spiders.
I think we just call them that.
Someone else recently called them that too, so it might be a BC thing. But
Yeah.
when you think about what a wolf spider looks like, that's exactly what it is. It's
Hello!
Should we go down there? Are you down there?
Yeah. Cannonball!
Hi.
Oh, hi. Jump in. The water's warm. Let me clean out some of these spiders.
All right. Here we go. This is weird.
You're in the deep end.
So you got some kind of like sump pump situation down here. It smells musty.
Perfect word to describe it.
Can you see the stairs?
Yeah.
Those are some nice stairs. The most interesting part to me is how this floor is flush with the floor throughout the whole room when it only comes to the very top of the pool. So they flushed up the subfloor with the exterior pool deck, which means that the flooring on the pool deck is just essentially right on top of the concrete or whatever it was. I don't know how to properly decommission a pool.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, can you just
They just
leave
covered
it?
it.
Yeah, they just covered it, but I don't know if there's things that you need to do to make sure that it's not
Problem.
a problem. Yeah.
Help me!
Get me out
Get me out of here!
You know where that's from?
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, of course. Okay, let's go. See ya.
Run!
When you get out of this pool, you're not shaking off water, you're shaking off cobwebs and spiders. Yeah, so that's just concrete. So that flooring is right on top of what was the pool deck, I guess.
Yep. There's concrete.
Wow.
Little moisture barrier and the smallest, thinnest layer of foam ever. So I wonder where that plywood ends, probably right at the pool.
At the pool level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full of surprises.
Well, you can lay hardwood and flooring on concrete. It's just whether you want to, and whether it's level, and whether that concrete is stable, and whether the foundation is stable.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs.
Who's ready to have some fun?
What are we gonna do with this?
Yeah, we never really noticed that when we came to look.
Well, no, there's just so many things to look at.
Yeah, we were here for such a short time.
And we just know that whatever we come across is fixable.
Yeah, I got you, so I'm good.
Aw.
Yeah, I would never have done this on my own, that's for sure.
No, and I think most homeowners probably wouldn't take this on, which is why it sat on the market.
Yeah, well, from what we were told, so many people came to see it and then got scared off for one reason or another. You know,
Because there's so many reasons.
Well, it's a long list of reasons. The only thing that makes me feel good is that there were multiple offers. So it's not like we were the only ones that were willing to touch this place.
Right. We're just the craziest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we always have been.
New discovery. There's a new discovery every day.
Yeah.
Keeps things interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I think every step of this process is going to be
Interesting.
Is it going to be interesting when we have to rip basically this whole thing apart?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Our whole budget goes to just bringing the structure back to what it is right now.
All the non-fun stuff that
Yeah.
nobody even notices.
Yep. We won't know until we start gutting this.
We still get to live here. I would
Sure.
live in a tent right here.
Amen to that. We've got a nice bathroom, a little two-piece for when Matt's working during the day. You don't have to go too far, which is pretty convenient.
Yep.
We'll probably leave some kind of bathroom in this room.
Yeah, again, nice to have the plumbing done for that.
Yeah, exactly. We've got another random storage space, wood paneled. Beautiful. And then we have, as furnace rooms go, a fairly creepy furnace room.
With an old
Come on
entrance
in.
or exit. to the outdoors.
And did you ever notice that this lock must not lock the greatest? Or they must have been afraid that someone was just going to boot kick this thing, because we've got a makeshift locking system here.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that other than the movies.
No, exactly. Like, there's no zombies coming in, hopefully. This furnace only services the pool area and the suite, and that's something that we figured out after we moved in. Again, didn't do a home inspection. We're learning about this house as we go. Another hot water, lots of spider webs, lots of electrical, another little pony panel. Yeah, that officially wraps up this episode. We took you on a little tour of our surprise underground pool, our in-law suite, and all of the nooks and crannies in this massive space that is the indoor pool room. I'm new at this, so I don't know what you're supposed to say. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. That's a like, right?
Yeah.
Like button. What else do you do? Subscribe?
Yeah.
No, we have to like say something like, don't forget to pound that like button. Hammer. Don't forget to hammer the like button. That's the one that looks like the thumbs up. I'm learning. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you don't miss an episode. See you next time.